Hey everyone, Namaste and welcome to the 33rd episode of Yoga Shakti with me Shailaja Menon here on this wonderful platform of Anand TV. Now all of you can see this wall beside me, so today the wall is going to be our friend, our support. And I chose to do a wall sequence today because in many parts of the world, including where I live in Malaysia, we are all still under a lockdown. And it seems like there is this invisible wall in front of us that we don't seem to be able to get past. And that can make life extremely frustrating, despondent. So I thought we would explore our asana practice through the wall, expand on it, and see how the wall can actually help us to even improve our practice. Yeah, so like the wall, may this lockdown period also help us to expand on our lives and help us to go deeper within and to come out into a much more evolved and much more conscious way of living. So towards that, let us salute the wall and namaste. So let's get on with the practice. So to begin with, I want you to try to sit as close to the wall as possible. Yeah. So try to get your hips actually touching the wall. So when we go back to lie down on the mat, we actually can get our hips touching the wall. Otherwise, we're going to be doing some kind of weird jig once we get onto the mat. Yeah, so just lie back. As you can see, now I am quite close to the wall. Yeah, so for the first thing we're going to do is simply try to keep the legs as straight as possible. Yeah, so even this can be challenging for many people who have tight hamstrings. Now, if this is hard for you, all you have to do is move back a little bit. But if you're feeling all right here, you can just stay here. And then just close your eyes and just relax into this position. Yeah, so these are very restful, restorative positions. So really enjoy the practice. Be at ease both in your body, your mind, as well as your breath. And truly sink into the beauty of the practice. So especially at the end of the day, if you've been standing for a long time during the day, it's wonderful to just lie back on the mat, put your feet up on the wall. Allow the legs to rest, for the blood to drain away from the legs. This also rests the heart. So it's a very beautiful, calming space to be in. And if you're doing this on your own at the end of the day, you can probably stay here from like 2 minutes onwards. So right now we're going to be moving. We're going to be working the inner thigh muscles now. Yeah, and we're going to try to open the hips as well. So it's going to be quite eye-opening for you to see the range of positions that we can actually do with the wall. Yeah, so actually in many ways the wall is really my best friend, and I use the wall a lot to intensify my practice. So from here, just maintain the left leg here and just simply bring the right leg down. Yeah, so keep the heel along the wall as the leg comes down. And the only thing to really note is that make sure your left hip doesn't rise off the wall. Yeah, so since we are all very oriented towards end points, and we're always trying to get the leg to the floor, right? We might do it at the cost of misaligning the hips. Yeah, so make sure that that left hip is grounding, right? Think that somebody is like pressing that foot down into the floor, all the while as you bring your right leg towards the floor, right? So this can happen in many stages, right? So maybe your leg is just here right now, and that's perfectly fine. Really be at peace with your body, at ease with your body, and accept your body for wherever it is at this point. Yeah, so just staying here as you inhale and exhale and really feeling that deep stretch along your right inner thigh. And if you are feeling a lot of discomfort here, You can always just keep a block below your leg. Yeah, so that will help you to stay here. So all of these restorative positions are to be held for long periods of time. Try to start with a minute. Okay, so we are not going to hold too long. So from here, just bring the leg back up. Hopefully you got a taste of the stretch. And now release the left leg down all the way to the floor. Yeah. So again, just go to whatever point is right for you, whatever point you are comfortable at. Release the need for endpoints for your leg to touch the floor. All of that is what causes us stress, whether it is asana practice or whether it is life. And just try to enjoy wherever you are at this point. Make sure your knees are straight, your hips are grounded, your breath is soft, the mind is at ease. Really enjoying this beautiful expanded state of the pose. And then slowly bring the leg back up. And the next position, we try to stretch both the legs out. So far we were doing one by one. Now just allow the heels to release out to the side. Right? So this again opens the hips. Feel the deep stretch along the inner thigh, the adductors. Really exploring all of these areas. And like I said, just be easy with your body, gentle with your body. Right? Just allow your legs to come down as much as they can. Connecting to that beautiful principle of santosha, contentment. While we always strive for more, it is very important to be at ease wherever we are. So really feeling that beautiful deep release, the opening of the hip, the groins, increasing circulation in all of these areas. And slowly inhale and lift your legs up. So if you are having difficulty, use your hands as well. Bring the legs back up. Just staying here for a bit as you inhale and exhale. Just enjoying the stretch. And as a counterpose to this, we work into Baddha Konasana on the wall. So just as you bring your feet down, just open out the knees. Yeah? So the soles of your feet will come together. And again, just release the heels down as much as it is comfortable for you. Yeah? And to continue to open your hips, you can even use your hands here. Gently press the knees towards the wall even as the heels come down. So just find that point which is comfortable for you to stay. Continuing to keep the soles of your feet touching. Inhale and exhale. Okay. And then slowly bring the knees together and hug the knees to your chest. Okay, we're going to be doing wall Kapotasana now, but before that I just thought I will show you exactly what we're going to do on the wall in case you're not familiar with this position. So sit with your legs spread out in front of you and then bend the right knee so that that foot is placed or your ankle is placed just slightly above the left knee. Yeah, and then from this position you can lean back a little bit and try to bend that left knee so that that foot comes up. Yeah, so here is the work. Like you'll notice that naturally, if your hips are not so open, that right knee comes towards your body. Yeah, so see whether you can consciously work towards opening that knee out to the side. You can even use your hand here to gently press that right knee out. Yeah, so this is what it will look like. And then to deepen the stretch, we're always trying to close the gap. Yeah, so you can just round your spine a little bit, bring that left foot in a little bit more, and then lift through the heart a little bit. Right? So all of that helps you to close the gap. Now we're going to do the same thing against the wall. Yeah? So when you release the leg first, and then like I said, to go into the wall, try to keep your hips as close to the wall as possible, touching the wall. Yeah? And then slowly lie down. And then from here, just bend the right knee. Right? We talked about this earlier, bend the right knee. And then that ankle will be just slightly below your left knee. And from here, try to bend that left foot. Yeah? And you can place your hand here to ensure that the knee doesn't come, like right into your chest. Yeah? So even as that left foot comes down, try to keep the hip open, the right hip open, by keeping that right palm there and gently opening it out as that left foot comes down. Yeah, so this is a very good place to be in. I can really feel the work along the right outer hip. Just staying here for a bit. Inhale and exhale. Just enjoying this supported position. and slowly release the leg up. And then you work the other side. So I hope this is good clear. So bend the left knee and then that left ankle comes just below the right knee. And from here slowly release that right foot down. Right, and all the while being aware of that left knee, and then if you sense that left knee coming towards your chest, just placing your hand there, allowing the right knee to come down as low as it can. Really feeling the work on the left hip, sensing the opening in the left hip. And then slowly releasing the leg up, both legs up, and stay. Now we're going to work into some back strength. Yeah, so we've been working on back strength on the mat. But now we try to do the same thing with the wall, and believe me, it's really effective. So the bridge that we do on the mat, we're going to try to do on the wall. Same thing with the Sarvangasana. So just bend your knees. So as you stay here, just keep your feet slightly apart, like you would do in the bridge pose on the floor. Yeah, your feet slightly apart, toes pointing straight forward, knees straight up, right? And then press the feet into the wall and lift the hips up. Yeah, so just find your point. And slowly exhale and lower down. Yeah, so allow your body to get used to this movement. So we're just going to go a few times. As you inhale, press the feet down, lift the hips up. Each time you come up, try to get your hips to come up higher. Exhale and slowly lower down. Inhale and rising up. Pressing the feet into the wall. Keeping the hips rising up. Really engaging the glutes. As you exhale, slowly lower down. So you lower down also vertebrae by vertebrae, consciously resting the spine back to the floor. And this round we will go up and hold for a bit. Yeah, so as you rise up, and stay. And slowly lower down. Hug the knees to your chest. And stay. Okay, so now we're going to go into some shoulder opening, as well as to increase the flexion of the spine. So to begin with shoulder opening, just place your hands on the wall. Again, keep them shoulder width apart. And you can just walk back, yeah? So you can walk your feet back, so the hips go back, and then your shoulders begin to sink. Yeah? So this is really a very beautiful place to be in. You can begin to sense that deep shoulder opening. And you can even work here a little bit. Yeah? So as you inhale, just rising up through the shoulders. As you exhale, allowing the shoulders to go down. Inhale, rising up through the shoulders. As you exhale, allowing the shoulders to sink lower. And last time, inhale, rising up through the shoulders. And as you exhale, releasing and stay. Feeling that beautiful opening to your chest, the length to your spine, the stretch to the whole of the back, the glutes, the hamstrings, the calves, the knees. Okay, and then slowly rising up. So these are all great stretches to do first thing when you wake up in the morning. Yeah. And now again, just for a little bit more shoulder opening, just come closer to the wall and keep the hand extending out. Yeah. So I'm facing the wall. My chest is facing the wall, and my right hand is extending out. Yeah. And now I'm going to turn towards the left side. Yeah. So as you can see, this gives a beautiful opening to the right shoulder. So you can just take your left hand, left shoulder, all of it to open out this way so that you can feel that beautiful release to the right. Just staying here. And slowly coming back. And working the opposite side, so extending the left hand out now, and then just twisting towards the right, so you can take the right shoulder back. Eventually you can even take your arm back and stay. And slowly coming back. Facing the wall. And now we're going to work into some spinal extension. So we'll take a step back from the wall, so that you have some space to lean to the wall. And then allow your pelvis to move forward. And take the arms open through the chest. So this is a beautiful supported back bend. And then slowly going back and releasing, and you can try one more round here. So just bringing the pelvis forward, so you can take one step back. So the further back that you go, the deeper your spinal flexion will be. Yeah. So leaning forward, you can even lift the heels off so that you are on your toes. Right. So explore the position, find what is your best point. Open through the shoulders, and then take your arms back. And slowly coming back up, just push the wall away and release. So we've come to the end of this segment, and I really hope you have enjoyed doing something different and expanding your perspective on your yoga practice. So we're going to continue with this next week as well, and we're going to do a little bit more intense work with the wall. The wall can be supremely intense. So do practice during the week so that you get comfortable using the wall, and I will see you next week. Bye-bye.